Hey y'all, exciting No Man's Sky news. We're getting an update soon. It's been a while. We only have a name to go on at the moment. No Man's Sky Echoes. Yesterday, Sean posted on both YouTube and Twitter this video showcasing almost all of the updates that we've gotten in the past 7 years. It's notable that this style of announcement breaks from the usual emoji tweet that he sends out. This style of teaser has been done before for larger summer updates. For those new to No Man's Sky, there's a tradition of beefier content drops hitting in the months around the anniversary of release. Frontiers, Next, and Beyond come to mind. I just can't wait to get an actual trailer and the patch notes. It's really exciting, guys. Fair warning, everything I'm covering in this video is pure speculation, but I personally hope that this update is pointing to something from a 4chan leak from a couple years ago. I don't know if this anonymous user had somehow access to the dev roadmap, because a few of their predictions have actually come to the game. For example, settlements being introduced, this happened in the Frontiers update, as well as improvements to base building, more parts, also in Frontiers. Freighters will have improvements, that came true in the Endurance update, which overhauled freighter building. A new enemy race will emerge in our universe, supposedly a Sentinel type race, and as we can see, this Interceptor update added autophages, which is a Sentinel race. They aren't enemies yet, but it's pretty crazy that 2 years ago this leaker got all these features correct. This just leaves 3 items from this leak that have not yet surfaced. Maybe some of these will be in the Echoes update. Remember, we don't know for certain if this leak is legit, but it's had a pretty good track record so far, so I wouldn't doubt if these things came to the game. We have yet to see space station owning and rebuilding, but we do have data mine models in the game of these beautiful new space stations, so hopefully Echoes brings these to the game along with new interiors. The leak also mentions procedural generation improvements. The leaker says an overhaul similar to Origins but smaller, including water physics, rivers, and waterfalls. I'm skeptical of the waterfalls part, as last gen hardware can barely run this game without crashing.
Okay, PS4.
I could only see them doing this if they somehow drop support for last gen. It's sad to hear, but eventually the game will be held back by older technology and Hello Games will eventually have to move on, I hope. And lastly, what I hope most comes true from this leak. I feel like even the update's title might hint towards this. The leaker said, and I quote, "Not 100%, but from what I've been told, there will be worlds from a past era introduced." This can mean many things, but if this is what Echoes actually refers to, as in planets that look and feel like the older versions of No Man's Sky, echoes of previous worlds, I would be over the moon, pun intended. For years I've been yearning for these old worlds to return to the game. I miss the old terrain generation, the old plants and color schemes. That would make the game complete for me. I know we have a bunch of features that are not well fleshed out and those also need attention, but the game back then was a lot more focused on exploration, and I'd love to see Hello Games return to that aspect of the game. Alright, now returning my expectations back to Earth. A much more likely explanation of the Echo's name is that it refers to Echo Locators, Echo Seeds, all of these lore items that have significance in the lore and the ARG of the past few updates. Right now we'll just have to wait and see what it really brings. The internal depots have been updated recently, so it's possible that we'll have this update either next week or the week after that. I'd say it's pretty ballsy to release at the same time as Starfield. Yes, I know it's apples and oranges, they're not the exact same game, but the overlap in audience is not negligible. Don't tell me that most people who like to play No Man's Sky will not at least be curious about Starfield. Hello Games is confident that this update will keep people playing even with this massive space exploration game dropping in the same few weeks. This channel hopefully will be covering Starfield as well. How heavily I cover it will depend on my thoughts on the game. It is completely different in vibe and gameplay to No Man's Sky, and that's good. I love to see a variety of space games come out, and we don't have to think of them as necessarily competing with each other. They each serve a specific niche, and the more the merrier in my opinion. It doesn't have to be a winner takes all kind of situation. I'm super excited for this update, guys. I hope you guys are too. I will be covering it as soon as we get any more information. And lastly, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support, especially in this dry period of my channel where not much content has dropped. Especially to those of you on the Discord that have fostered such a nice and welcoming community. We recently hit 4,000 subscribers and just crossed the 1,000,000 view mark. I could have never imagined this. When I first called out sick from work about a year ago and decided to make my first guide video for No Man's Sky, I could have never pictured it going this well. It's been a great year for the channel. We've had a few semi-viral videos, and we've even founded our own civilization and made great friends along the way. I couldn't have done it without my amazing wife, who has helped me and supported me even when there weren't any views. I remember having 5 subscribers getting 10 views and being so excited, and she shared with me in that excitement. She believed in me, and she's the main reason why this channel exists today. Just someone remind her that we're overdue for another cake. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching, and a big thank you to my channel members for keeping the lights on. This has been Nolopada, and I'll see you very soon.